Yo, what's good, YouTube? Dark Black Crow here with another video, and this video is going to be about never give up on your dreams. So, with you wanting to achieve something, right, you have to understand that it's possible, because anything is possible through God. But, you know, if you just gave up, then you would never know the outcome of what your dream would have been. And, you know, I had to learn this, like, first with my eyes, getting them healed, but mainly a situation that came up for me was football. So this is another example. So with football, right, I was on the football team in high school. I didn't play all the years because I got kicked off the team a little bit, but at the same time I was still playing football, like sophomore, freshman, a little bit of junior. And so my dream was to win the conference, and it was a long season. We lost our first game freshman year. And after that, I made sure I put all the work in. I worked out. I went to the team drills. I went to the team practices, and I was training every day to get better, faster, stronger, all those kind of things. And I made sure that we were going to win because it was my dream goal to actually win conference like that. And what ended up happening is I put in all the work. My teammates put in all the work, and we won. We went undefeated from that first game that we lost, which was the first game of the season in freshman year, all the way to sophomore. We never lost again. And, you know, that meant a lot to me because I even caught a touchdown throughout the whole thing. And I ran the ball a couple times, caught another ball, and everything like that. And, you know, it was hard because the teams we were facing were very hard, and they were very hard to go against because they were these people were big. When I tell you the other team looked so big, they all looked so big every time. But we ended up blowing a lot of people out, and it just takes for me not to be scared on the field, man. Like, I played defense and offense, so I was hitting people, and I was trying to juke people, and you know, for a fact, these people were just they looked like they were unstoppable, but that's the wrath of God, man. You feel honestly, that the challenges ahead of you are so powerful that you can't even defeat them. But look at us, we went undefeated the whole time. And, you know, honestly, going back to football, honestly, that was it took a lot of work, man, because at the beginning of games, they were always so close. It felt like we were going to lose a lot of times, but we didn't. We never lost again. And I feel like that was because of the work that we all put in. And it's a team sport, of course, but at the same time, you have to individually get better, man. So that you can achieve something for your team, and so you can start on the team and actually play in the game and stuff like that. And it's just with challenges, they always seem hard to face. Just like I said, these people look big. The other team looks so big compared to us, but we still went undefeated. And that's what challenges are, man. 333. That's what challenges are. Honestly, they look so hard to accomplish, and your dreams seem so hard to accomplish, but at the same time, you can do it because God has your back. God has your back as long as you have His back. And it's you just have to understand that honestly, anything can be overcame. No matter how difficult it looks, no matter how hard it seems, you can overcome that obstacle. You just have to put all of your might and your power into it. And you have to really set your mind on this goal that you want to achieve. Because if you do, then it'll be done. But only if God wants it done. Because you have to remember that God is our ultimate creator, and He creates all of this. Through whatever, imagination, whatever. God creates all of this. And, if God wanted you to have it, then God would let you have it. But it's just it takes time and patience sometimes. That's the one thing I had to understand. That takes time and patience in order to get the things I want. With my eyes, I understand that it takes patience to actually go to the doctor's appointments and do all these things before it actually gets healed up. But I know that one day I'll be good again, and I'll be able to work and do all these amazing things for myself, get some pets, get an apartment, and all these things. And all it takes is just a little bit of just waiting to see how God's gonna handle it, because God can handle all of your problems as long as you let him. And you don't want to get that mixed up with free will and self-will and doing all things on your own, because you're gonna need God through some of these things. But at the same time, these things can be accomplished, but you just have to just work along with God and keep praying about it and keep talking to God about it, and more than likely it'll get done. Even if you dream for the impossible, like let's say you dream for a mansion, then it's going to take even more work. It's going to take a lot more work. And God makes us understand that we have to put in the work ourselves, or else he'd be going against his own word. Someone told me that if you don't put in the work on your own, then it's like, what the heck is God even saying? Because God pretty much preaches to do it on our own, but through God, but do it by ourselves. And God's still helping us. What I'm saying is like, you have to put in the work. Like, you have to put in your own work into what you want. But going back to the mansion, it's just like, at the end, if God wants you to have it, then God will let you have it. But at the same time, it's like you have to put in extra work for that mansion, because that mansion is going to be a lot of money, man. And you're going to have to pay for everything. You know, you're going to have to pay it off and all those kind of things. But at the same time, as long as you put your mind to it, you can achieve it, man. I promise you can. All you have to do is just keep on working towards it and never give up on your goals. You know, just understand that God is a good and loving, caring God. But at the same time, God just wants us to work for the things that we want, because that's what it's going to take. Maybe even in heaven, that's what it's going to take. We're going to have to work for things that we want, you know, just like having a job. You have to work for money. Well, you have to work towards your goals. Easily comparable, you know. But yeah, you just got to do what you got to do, man. But just stay out the way. Don't get in trouble. Don't do anything bad. Don't do anything stupid. You know, just keep your mind set on that goal. You'll achieve it, man. But besides that, that's the end of the video. Dark Black Crow out. Peace and positivity, y'all. Catch you later. Love y'all.